Welcome to Four Eyes Episode 1. We talk about love, growing up mixed race, being in a cult, and a bunch of other bullshit. Enjoy. Thanks for doing this with me, man. This is cool, because I remember we were talking... Do you remember when I told you about doing this? Like, way back at Lewis's 21st, when we was really...
21st, that's last year. Before COVID?
Before COVID. Remember I was at the Bowls Club? Do you remember that? Yeah, anyway, we were sitting on the couch, and it was like during the speeches, and I was like, I want to do a podcast, and you were like... I don't know, that's a good idea, man. And I was like, oh, maybe it's not. And then I was like, nah, it is a good idea. And then you're like, actually, just do what you want to do, man. Like, that's cool. And I was like, yeah, I will. I'll bloody do that. But anyway, cheers.
And now we're here.
Cheers.
Salud.
Fuck, salud. Alright, man. Christ, let's jump into it. So how you been? How's things?
Things are real good right now.
Yeah, talk to me about the place, man. How did this all come to pass?
The pad.
The pad. Huh?
No, it's been great. I don't know, it's been about a month now. And no complaints. It's kind of nice living with the girls.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine there'd be any problems here from me.
Well, you have plenty of sisters, so
yeah,
it's not as bad because they don't hassle me as much as sisters do, but yeah, it's nice because they're clean as fuck.
Yeah, dude, I was going to say, this is a very, very well-kept house. This is fantastic.
That's it. It's the beauty of having that je ne sais quoi.
The je ne sais quoi that all women have, except I don't think I'll ever meet a woman that has that. So, oh my god. Let's just jump right into it. I'm so sad. I want to talk to someone about this.
Let's go. Dr. Phil Star.
Well, like we were talking last time, the talking point was basically like love, sex, and drugs and all that kind of stuff. Like, I like that talking point because I think it's very relevant for my life at the moment. I can't speak on you, but I think the love aspect and the not so much the sex and the drugs, but that's just the young people life anyway. So that kind of just, it's all encompassed when you're talking about all of this stuff. I guess it goes really hand in hand. But yeah, I just want to know, what's your experience with the whole love? Where's it left you? Where'd your journey begin? How's it gone? And what does it look like for you moving forward now that you're the ripe age of 22? Because for me, to interject, I thought I had it figured out. I thought I was pretty solid, connected, and then just fucking shit just went all over the place, man. So, you do a little bit of soul searching after something like that happens to you. Not that it was fucking the most awful thing to happen, but shit happens. But I'm just curious as to what other people have to say about this stuff, because I thought that I was really alone in my experiences, and it kind of blew me away that I was so arrogant to think that I'm the only one that goes through shit like this. But it'd be interesting to hear what your opinion on the entire subject is. But more importantly, I want to start from the beginning, dude. You had love before? You had that?
I've felt love before.
Yeah, cool.
At least I think I have.
Yeah.
Kind of with love, stuff like that, you can't have too much of an opinion on it. It's something that it's either there or it's not. I feel like for some people, they struggle to, be relaxed around others, and that's, why they struggle with love, and why I've struggled with love before. I really struggle to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Being truly vulnerable around someone, there's an aspect to love when you can do that.
Yeah, I would totally agree with the vulnerable thing. I think once you get... I think as much as we like to pretend, we're this or that, I think everybody, when you break that barrier of absolute vulnerability, when you tell someone that you love them with your whole heart, there's no going back from that point. And that's I think that's a pretty good pillar in establishing what love is, I think, if that makes sense.
Got a fucking good story.
Hey, come on the show. Come on the show.
Straight up, I remember a story. I'm not going to name names.
Nah, dude, it's all good.
But
unless you fucking hate them and you want them.
No. I don't want to name shame anyone.
No,
today.
absolutely.
At least not yet.
Not yet, bro. We have to have a few more beers.
That's it. But I remember it was a Halloween or New Year's party, same time of year. I was 18, so it's like everything's the same. You know?
Yeah, literally.
I think I was 17 actually. Anyway, incredibly drunk at the Egan's place.
Classic.
Yeah. so
Wow, dude.
At the Egan's place, it's night time.
Yeah, shout out the Egans.
Shout out the Egan's.
Shout out the Egans. Come on the show.
For sure.
But yeah, anyway, as you were.
Yeah, so it's night time and I made my move on this girl. And it's like, I've been so bad with women my whole life. Like, it's weird because like I know I've got like attractive qualities to me, and it's like people come to me easy. Not saying that I'm like a lady killer or anything.
I was gonna be like, watch how you stepping right now, right?
But it's like,
is that my heart broken, right?
No, it's just, like, it's not
I
hard
understand
for me
what
to
you're
like
saying.
kind of turn it on and get
No, of
someone's
course.
feelings back.
I do understand what you mean. Yeah.
But I've just struggled to find people that I want to do that to.
Mm.
I want them to love me back because I don't want to like mess people around and play
Yeah,
with
of
their
course
feelings.
not. Of course not. I think that's a measure of character, and you have pretty good character. So
Cheers.
yeah, I understand what you're saying, and I share that. I share that a little bit, but I'll be honest. As soon as someone looks at me, I'm like, oh I'm in love. Like,
It happens,
oh my god.
Sometimes just catch the eye.
Yeah, dude. But anyway, yeah.
Anyway, back to the story. So this girl made my move successful.
Oh, that's what we like to hear.
That's it. And we made our way out to the very back of their backyard. You know, like
Yeah.
the bushy area.
Oh yeah, we know what happens back there.
It's not going entirely that way, but we just like made out, stared at the stars, like just nice shit. Like it was nice.
That's nice, bro. That is really that's really nice.
But this is where it takes a turn, you know.
Oof.
Because
Oof.
God, even thinking about it like makes me hurt.
Oh, dude.
But I straight up said like, oh, I love you. Like, bro. And it wasn't even like I meant it.
Oh.
It's kind of like I didn't know what to say, so I just said it.
Dude.
And it's like I didn't mean to say it. It's like I knew exactly.
Can't take it back at that point either because you're too far gone.
I knew exactly what kind of image that would give for me as well. It's like, I mean, I wasn't desperate, but I was desperate.
Oh my god. Man's gotta eat, huh?
That's it. And kind of petered out from that point.
Oh.
It was weird, awkward. But she was heading home with her friends around midnight. Like we're all pretty messed up, and she gets in the Uber, and then I said it again.
No.
Yeah, I done said it again,
Dude.
and she said it back.
Oh, hang on a minute. That's actually. Hey, this has worked out for you. What the heck?
But it was like we both knew we didn't mean it. It was just like love you, and it's like.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, that's cool when you have that acceptance too, where you can like.
It was nice for her to kind of reaffirm me, but it's like put us in a weird spot.
Yeah, what happened after that? The day after, do you guys
Didn't
still
talk
love each
about
other?
Didn't talk about it.
Nothing.
But this is where I don't know the story peters out and blossoms into a beautiful flower because we went on one date. Went well. It was a very good date. Nothing really happened after it. Kind of just meandered apart. And then now we're like really tight.
Oh, that's cool as fuck.
Like now we're just friends, and there's no pretending. There's no like
Yeah, it
messing
is.
around. Like we're just friends.
It is what it is, kind of thing. That's cool as man. That's actually really cool. Would you say that was your first moment of like, I think I love this person? Was that?
As an adult, yeah.
Yeah, interesting. That's really interesting. I think about it. I don't know when my first moment was because I thought I did, but I don't. You know what I mean? Because I thought I knew what love was. I was like, I used to be the guy that was like, oh yeah, love. Yeah, I know what love is. Yeah. I have no clue anymore because I'm like, I thought I was doing love for a long time, and when you pick stuff through with like a fine tooth comb, you're like, oh, actually that doesn't align with me anymore. So I don't know how to distinguish love anymore with like the past and the present and the future because of the fact that I've moved through those phases, and when I look back at them now with this lens that I've got on, it's hard for me to go, oh yeah, I was in love, because I just don't remember anymore, and I don't know. But I guess I could say like my first experience with love was probably in primary school. Again, not naming names. There was this girl. We did this thing in primary school. If anybody went to the primary school that we went to, everyone knows that we have this like American Idol thing or Australian Idol that we used to do, and it was like a lip sync one, right?
Oh,
and there was a lip sync one and a singing one. This girl was doing the lip sync one.
Oof.
And she was doing hopped off the plane at LAX, got a dream. You know the one.
Gotta put my hand.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
She was owning the stage, confident. I was sitting in like very close to the front. This was my first concert experience too, I guess.
Little Anthony.
Literally, I was just like sitting there, like this with my legs crossed, and I was like, I love you. I want to give you a kiss on the lips.
Bro.
I think that was the first moment I was like, what the fuck is this? Huh? What the fuck is that?
Burning, sinking.
Dude, I told my mum about it after I got home. I was like,
shit.
I think I like someone. And my mum's like,
Nah.
and I was like, no, for real. Like, I think, and she's like, I don't know what to say to this. Like, I don't know what to do. Maybe, yeah, okay. And then I never did anything about it because I'm just too scared. I'm just too scared to do anything about anything.
Why do you reckon it is? Why do you say something like that? Because I know, I'll say this just before you go, but like, I know you're like a very beautiful, genuine, kind man who is, in appearance, very confident, and
It's
like
just
in a
all
conversation,
facade. It's all fake.
yeah, well, that's like, why do you say that about yourself?
Well,
And why do you think that?
You know, I think honestly what it is it's not that I'm afraid, because I'm genuinely not really scared of anything, and I'm pretty sure of myself, and I always have been from a young age.
I back that.
Like, I've been pretty cautious with when I am myself to the point where I'm uncomfortable, if that makes sense. Like, I don't really put myself into a situation where I am genuinely uncomfortable. Most things don't really unbother me. I'm pretty unbothered by most things. But I think it's got something to do with, you know, everyone has this, but it's like that thing of not feeling like you're enough, or you're not good enough for the acceptance, or for the spotlight, or for whatever it is. And then you got the element of like when you're a part of a group as a young kid, especially at school and shit like that, and you see other people doing it, and then you get discouraged because you're like, I can't do it like him. And that sense of like individuality and like, you know, yes queening or whatever they call it these days, where you just fucking own yourself, that hasn't hit you yet at that age. And then you get stuck in that, and then it's harder to break it the longer you hold on to that. And I was holding on to that so hard throughout high school, and then after school I kind of let go of everything, and I just stopped caring about that. And then the damage was kind of already done, if that makes sense. Like, I got to the point where I was like finally being approached, but like you said, like, I think I'm not...
You're an attractive man.
Not the most attractive dude.
No, you're an attractive
but,
man.
You know, like, when it happens and they come up to me or whatever it is, I don't even know what the fuck to do.
Like,
you're just like, oh my God, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
Like, we were at dinner one night, and we were in the line for this restaurant, and there was this girl. She was so confident, man. Like, she was just owning the line that we were waiting in, and she like made a comment about my mate Christian's gold chain, and he's like, oh no, he's got a gold chain on, and she like touched my gold chain, and I was like, oh no, oh my God, this is too much physical interaction with a woman. And that was the first moment where I was like, oh fuck, I need to stop saying that I'm like, not like I'm insecure about this, because now it's like bleeding into my life a little bit, and I was like, oh my
breathing
God,
life into it just by thinking
literally by just thinking about it. And I realized that's pretty like fucking shitty to do to yourself. Like,
Dude,
that sucks, man. Like,
that's a whole conversation. It's like, I
literally
will ask, like, self-talk. Like, have you like done deep dives into this shit?
Dude, ready?
Self-talk.
Yeah.
How you're complimenting yourself and devaluing yourself.
Listen to this, ready?
Let's go.
If you were if you were sitting across the table from your biggest critic, and you had to sit there for an hour just listening to him just fucking pull you apart constantly for an hour, right? You would want to kill that motherfucker. Like, you lean across the table and strangle him. That's you to yourself every fucking minute of the day, dude. And
Preach.
I figured it out. Like that, someone said something along the lines of that to me, and I was like, oh my god, that's so true. Like I'm doing that to myself every minute of the day. And it wasn't until someone said it in a way that I understood it, where I was like, okay, I've got to stop this. And then you have the positive affirmations coming through, like I unironically say live, laugh, love every day now, because it started as a joke, but now every time something's like semi-bothering me, I'll be like, live, laugh, love. And it's like enough for me to like forget about what's making me upset. And it's fucked how that's just like clicked in my head now, and it's worked like that.
Yeah.
Do you have something like that though? Like,
bro, I was gonna
you're
say,
itching, bro. You're itching to talk about this.
I went through a whole phase, and I have a perspective on both sides, and all three sides. So someone who has no idea what the fuck self-talk is, someone who's actively like self-talk.
Interesting breakdown. I like this.
And then someone who like knows what self-talk is, but just isn't doing it, and just letting the fucking natural shit take back over. But when I first found out about it, I really got into it because I was tripping acid.
Fucking got him in jail. Put the bastard away. But,
bro, have you ever done DMT?
Alright, Joe Rogan, we're getting calm down. No, absolutely not, but I'd love to.
No idea, but,
I would absolutely love that, I think.
One time. Live on stream.
Yeah, let's suss it out.
Alright.
But, yeah, as you were.
Where the fuck was I?
You were talking about the thingos about self-talk.
I fully got into it when I was tripping acid, because I had this whole moment where I just had all this emotion built up in me, and I know like every kind of 3 months I just need to trip acid to get that emotion out.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of like my therapy, like my.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I
personal
think
session.
that's something that helps you keep the cogs moving. You know what I mean? Like,
Straight up.
it's your lubricant. Some people talk to people. Some people just get mega pissed for a whole week.
Some people trip
Or
acid.
some people just trip acid. And some people don't do anything. Like, it's fine. However you got to do it, you got to do it, man. That's
Straight
what it
up.
is.
But in like the peak of this acid trip, I'm like fully emotional. I'm just fucking crying my eyes out while I'm staring at myself in the mirror. And I don't know, I look for that sometimes when I go for an acid trip, because I just know I need to get those tears out.
Yeah, okay.
And I got nothing to be sad about, so it's just nice to cry at like the beauty and overwhelmingness of life when you're on acid. But anyway, I started saying the words to myself. Like, it was so fucked up, because I'm literally staring at myself in the mirror like full serious. I'm just like, you are beautiful, you are kind, you are powerful, you are
That's
smart.
what's up.
And literally, like, those words that I said, it was like 5 words: beautiful, powerful, smart, shit. Anyway, there was 5 words.
Whatever it was, yeah.
It was really nice, and I felt something in my like stomach like connect with that.
Cool.
And it's definitely the
Cool as
drugs
fuck.
amplifying.
Yeah,
it, but
totally.
I literally went to sleep that night saying those words over and over again, and like I found I was able to actually drown out all my thoughts by talking to myself in that way.
Yeah.
Like, just by repeating these phrases over and over again.
Dude, that's meditation, man.
It straight up was.
Yeah.
Like, it is meditation. And like, I drifted off to sleep, and I had like the best night's sleep ever. And then I wake up, and then I start saying those words again. And I'm sober at this point, and I start feeling that feeling again.
Still, oh,
Yeah,
fuck, that's how you know what that. Yeah,
And I knew it was like, oh shit, this ain't the drugs. And because at the time I was doing sales, like in the shopping centers, and a big part of that job was attitude and always being like,
yeah,
hey, how's it going? And
yeah, like on all the time.
like, you have to be at a 90% at least to get a sale, and
Yeah.
that's for 8 hours a day. Like,
Yeah, it's yeah, I can imagine, man, that those words would have come in clutch at that moment,
from that point, like, you would have seen in my stats like a massive jump.
dude.
Because I had that like and I did that for about 6 months, where I was talking to myself in this positive way and really reinforcing the idea. And whenever I was getting down, I had those 5 words that I'd say to myself, and I'd try and look into a mirror and say it sincerely, and I'd keep saying it until I actually felt it, and I felt it in here.
Yeah, dude. You know, I used to do this thing. Well, I still do it, like not as frequently, but like on the drive home from work, like I would just make sure that like I would just have a look at everything that was happening around me. I'd look at my hands on the steering wheel and I'd be like, "You're in a car, your car." And then I'd look in my cup holder and I'd see my coffee that I had just bought with my money. You bought that coffee with your money.
Yeah.
The CD and the radio is playing that you love, that you bought.
Yeah.
You're driving in the sunset on your way to a house where your family lives, where you got your brand new fucking Xbox and you got all your
It's
shit
like
at home.
hyping yourself
And you're
up.
like, bro, life is so good right now. Life is so good. And then I started doing that every fucking day, dude. Every day. And it just clicks. Like, when I feel sad now, instead of getting, like, upset that I'm sad, I remember that, like, hey, look, you're sad, but it's alright. Like, it's cool.
It
Go
gets
through
better.
this and then just keep going. And it's really weird that we have to, like, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, it's really weird that we have to come to that realization on our own. Like,
there's no teaching.
There's no teaching, and it's really hard to, like, get to that point. Like, I can't speak for you, but my struggle to get to the point where I was fucking finally, like now, where I'm fucking finally happy with myself, like, to get to there, a lot of things I had to learn before I could, you know, even put the tools into practice, you know what I mean? Like, I just wish that it was a little bit easier for people to do it, because imagine if it was, like, imagine if everybody was going through it like they are literally all the time, and they just had that mindset. That mindset's so hard to come by, and I think it's really hard. Like, when you're at that point where you make that decision to do that for yourself, it's a fork in the road. You can either go the positive route or the negative route and sink deeper into the hole that you're in. No one fucking prepares you for the fork in the road, man. Like, I wish someone just fucking said, hey, heads up, like, you're gonna have to make a choice soon. I wish someone fucking said that, but in a way I'm glad that no one did, but I feel bad for the people that
Part
don't.
of the fun, though.
It is part of the fun, yeah, but I feel bad for the people that, like, they get to that point and they just pick that one, you know what I mean? Like, that's what's made me the most sad lately about stuff, is like, I do this for myself, and I'm slowly feel myself getting to the best that I can be or whatever. But there's people that are stuck in that spiral and they just can't escape it. And it's like, how much of that is their fault and how much of that is, like, the shit that's happening around you?
And then you got to throw in chemical imbalance as well.
Oh, true, of
That's
course.
a whole different ball game.
Yeah,
It's
when you have,
the
like, the
same
actual
thought.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, it's I understand it. Like, for the first time in my life, it sounds really awful. When someone's fucking sad, they're sad. Like, I get it. I fucking wholeheartedly understand. When you're sad, you're just fucking really sad.
It's the blues, brother.
It's the blues, man. Yeah, cheers to the blues. But that in itself is also really scary, because when you understand what that means when someone's sad, it's like, oh shit, this is a lot. Like, damn.
Ain't shit you can do.
You can't do anything, and that's what keeps me up at night. That's what
Yeah.
keeps me up at night. It's like, how do you make people not sad? Because if everyone was, like, a little bit happier, fuck, man, dude, we'd all be live, laugh, loving right now.
I think one of the biggest problems, and I can see it in my day-to-day life kind of thing, like, when you get sad, like, there's only a limited amount of things you can do to try and reinstate your happiness.
Yeah, of course.
And I've just come to realize, like, with some people, they just have zero fucking control over it whatsoever. And I find it really interesting because, as a person, I feel like I observe people. I just watch
it's
people
awesome.
do their thing and, like,
I love
pick
doing
up
that too.
things. And the people that I see in my life who are depressed, who, like, constantly have that kind of nagging feeling, they've all got a good life. Like, it's not a circumstantial thing at all. Like, it happens in all walks of life. But for those people, it's just constantly on, no matter how well they're doing.
They're, like, always at the edge, if that makes sense.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. It's really, really strange. Do you think that is because they haven't literally just sat down with someone and had a chat? Like, do you think that that's what that is? Like,
Straight up, like, I've got one of my friends who not naming names.
No, absolutely not.
But,
Definitely not. Right now, no way.
Yeah. He's one of my good friends. Like, we're close, and he has probably one of the most tragic pasts that out of anyone I know. It's like that shit
That sucks, man.
makes you just hurt from the outside in.
Oh, fuck that.
But that man is, 20 now, 21 maybe, and he has never seen a therapist in his life. And that blew my mind.
Yeah, man.
Literally, this happened yesterday. We called up a doctor and got him a booking for Tuesday.
Fuck,
like,
man.
After that, because I was just like, no.
Dude.
There's no way you're dealing with all that by
Dude.
yourself. And so many people just don't speak.
Dude, I this year was the first time I had ever
Really?
seek professional help.
Damn.
Yeah, totally. And I can similarly understand, and I'm going to play devil's advocate a little bit here, but I was always under the impression that I could do this myself, right?
Damn.
That I could figure this shit out.
That's a
right?
dangerous thought, though.
But this is the thing. No one ever told me in my life that I couldn't. No one ever said to me, hey, you don't know how to fix your problems. You don't even fucking know how to talk about your problems. And I was just under the impression, live, laugh, love. I can do this. Like, I'll just fucking muscle through this. Not the case, man. Like, I didn't realize until I was actually there in that session,
Damn.
opening myself up to this person. To a stranger.
It's a good experience.
Dude, I remember, I made her laugh because the lady that I was talking to, I said to her, I was like, I had just cried so much, and I just looked at her and I was like, I wiped my eyes and I was like, you're really good at your job. I don't even know you, and I'm crying in your office about things that you don't even, what is this? And it was this mind-blowing experience for me. I was like, oh my God, like, doesn't fucking matter. Like, this has actually helped, even though I thought it wasn't going to help. And I've realized that I'm so ill-equipped to deal with a situation that is literally thinking about how your emotions affect you and everything like that. I shoot for it now because I think it's a fantastic way to fix yourself. Like, you can go to the gym, you can work out, you can eat healthy. Just fucking fix your mind too, bro. Like, especially now where people are more conscious of what your mind is, like the effect it has in your everyday life. If you're going to neglect it by not having a chat with someone about that who literally studied all of this to fucking be a person that can help you, just do it. Like,
100%.
like that initial like leap of faith, because that's what I call it a leap of faith, because I was genuinely so scared to go and talk to someone, because I was like, I have no idea how this is going to go. Are they going to uncover something that's going to derail my life? Like, what is this?
What, like, can you name the specific, like, you don't have to go into detail, but like, can you name that specific kind of feeling that you had that made you not go for so long?
It was,
like, what stopped?
You know what it was? It was the fact that, what if I'm wrong? You know, like, what if I'm not able to deal with this? Because the idea of me not being equipped to deal with what was going on, for me, that was like, oh, that's it, game over. Like, if I don't know how to deal with life, then I'm gonna die. Like, that's how I was looking at things. And it made me realize after, obviously, that it's not the case. Like, you're just ill-equipped in a certain aspect of your life that has a great effect on everything else that encompasses living as a human being now, especially. So once I spoke to someone for a couple of sessions, it made me realize, like, wow, okay, this is an aspect of my life now that is completely separate and deserves attention. I should probably foster this and turn this into something positive. You know, like, look at it in a different way, something that I think is pretty hard to do when you don't have an outside push. Like, so that's really good that you fucking push this guy to do this, girl, whatever it is. They are, whatever they are. Yeah. But, like, without that outside push, it would never have happened for me, because when you're so set, like 21 years of life or whatever it was, when you're so set in your ways at that point, unless someone gives you an ultimatum, there's no way, like, it's going to work for you. And I've realized as well, like, a lot of the views that I had towards the mental health sort of stuff weren't necessarily my own. They were the projections of the closest people around me. You know what I mean?
I'm just gonna grab a beer.
Yeah, dude, grab me another beer too. Wow. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how I think the weirdest thing is realizing that everyone's experience is pretty much similar to yours. The only thing that's different about the experience is that it's them and not you. Like, everyone is going through it all the time. You know what I mean?
Dude, I was kind of thinking, like, imagine our fucking parents' situation.
Oh, dude, the way the world's changed, my parents, they can't fucking cope, man. They have no idea. They're learning things about themselves at 60 years old.
If you don't mind me asking, how old's your dad?
My dad is...
Would Mario mind?
No, he wouldn't mind. My dad is... Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Cut this out. You fucking piece of shit. You should know this. I think he's 54 this year. My mum's 53.
You think?
Yeah, because they're a year apart and I cannot
What
remember
year was he
if
born?
68.
Let's do the maths.
Oh, dude.
Ding, ding, ding. So, wait. 21... What's the difference between 21 and 18?
3.
Threes.
Yeah.
So, it's a multiple of 3 on a... So, yeah, 18. So, it's 2021 plus 3. 58, you said?
Did I say 58?
68.
No. I said
What
Well,
year?
1968, sorry.
68.
Sorry, I thought you meant like how old is he actually? Yeah, we're
yeah,
cutting this
draw
the
this out.
fuck out, dude.
Just 70,
Yeah.
80, 90, 10s, 20s. Fuck, how many am I up to?
Alright, okay, so there's 4 before you get to 20, right? So that's 40. And then he's... Oh my
Is
god.
he 53?
Yeah, I think so. No, he's 54. 54, because my mum is 53.
Ah,
Oh my god, my mum is 53 and my dad is a year older. What the fuck? I cannot believe this.
damn, that's beautiful.
Anyway, ask me the question again. How old's my dad?
Alright, no, that was just like so I can understand. Like,
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
like
yeah.
a genuine. Alright, so how old's your dad?
He's... Oh, fuck's sake. He's 54.
54. Damn.
Yeah.
Imagine being in the 80s and having like these kind of problems.
No fucking way. Dude, I don't know about where your parents came from, but my dad comes from a mountain on the side of nothingness. Like, there was no such thing as feelings, emotions.
Take us to Italy. What is this? What kind of environment did he grow up in?
Okay,
'Cause
so
I don't know.
specifically like where my dad comes from, because my mum's story is a little bit different. So my dad comes from this town called Cogliano, which is in the Salerno region, which is part of the Campania, which is like the,
Alright, so
the state
for
basically.
someone who's not from Italy, where is the capital cities in like?
Okay, so Campania region is where the Amalfi Coast is, and Salerno is...
Still talking.
Dude, you have to know the Amalfi Coast.
What's the Amalfi Coast? Is that
Dude, the
north,
island of
south?
Capri, like you don't know
No.
this? Sophia Loren's like most famous house. Come on, man, you have to know this.
What's the capital of Mauritius?
Yeah, that's so fair. What the fuck? Oh yeah, Italy's the most important. What the fuck?
No, but okay. So you got fucking Rome. Is it up
Yeah, okay,
there?
so Rome is
Naples,
here, and then
like-
Naples, and then you've got Salerno, which is
Oh,
very
so it's like
close.
south, like Mediterranean.
Yeah, literally Mediterranean, and then he's inland about an hour or so
That's
from
sick.
like the beach or whatever.
All right. So back in the 1960s, 70s, what was that shit like?
Dude, it was weird. It was very weird back then. It was like, this is something that I've said about Italy, like they've always been a little bit more behind than most other countries. Like, even when I was a kid, like when I would go over there, I noticed like we'd have up-to-date technology and shit like that, and they'd still be kind of like old school about the shit. Like, but I think that's something that's very common in the south of Italy, because obviously north you got Florence, Milan, all that stuff.
All
like,
the
which is-
fashion, baby.
yeah, literally that. So that got gentrified very quickly. So the southern part of Italy kind of remained in the old school ways. Like my Zias and my aunties that are over there now, they still do things the way that they've been doing them for the last 100 years. You know what I mean? Like,
Damn. That's like proper culture.
dude, literally it is. Like, it's changed a little bit now because of the way the world's changed, but like it was more of a live off the land sort of thing, help each other kind of community. So like one person would kill a pig every year for Christmas, and then every second family would do that, and then you would swap produce with each other and stuff like that.
Holy
You'd grow
shit.
potatoes, the other guy would grow tomatoes, beans, whatever it was, and you'd eat with the seasonal climate. So these people are farmers through
it's
and
like
through.
a community that really works together.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
knows each other
Yes,
kind of
yes,
thing. Like,
knows each other. Like,
is it no secrets kind of thing, or
no, in a town like that, everyone knows their business, man. Like, I live here,
Yeah.
and they know everything
me.
about my life there. And it used to fuck with me a lot as a kid, but now I'm like, oh, I actually like this aspect because that's
Yeah.
really cool. Like, that means they give
that's
a shit
love,
about their
baby.
people.
That is love.
It is. It literally is that. And back then, it was even more so because there was no technology, nothing like that. So people would literally only get what you would get by talking to each other. So everyone used to talk to each other, do whatever. And what my dad's family, they were farmers through and through. But my nonno, he was a truck driver. He used to drive trucks and all over the place and whatever. So when my dad was a kid, like, he would go to work sometimes, like, on the field and stuff like that. But then he kind of
how old is he?
Dude,
working? Like youngest.
Youngest would have been as soon as they could walk. They would have been helping, man. Like, back then, oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah, like,
Damn.
like ever since the war, like after World War II and stuff.
But this is like 70s, 80s. Where
Yeah, dude,
It's like
like-
you got shit in America where it's like the good times and shit like.
It was the good times for literally everyone that
Yeah.
wasn't American.
Yeah.
You know? So it was the good times only for them. Everywhere else was rough as fuck. Like,
Fair enough.
it was still old school. So like when they were, like, Dad obviously grew up in the 70s and the 80s. That's a little bit different, like, because their generation were the young kids. They kind of started to branch out and started to leave the town, which was very unheard of. Like, my dad, when he left, he came here when he was 16 years old on a plane by himself.
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
Wait. Did he come by himself?
By himself, because his older brother Joe came here. My uncle Joe came here to Sydney when he was also 16, and they're, I think, 2 years older, 2 years apart. So Joe came out, then
So-
my dad came out.
I'm just imagining that in our perspective. It's like you have a fucking sister who's like, yeah, I'm moving to the fucking Philippines. I'm just gonna go to the Philippines, fucking have a good time.
Dude,
She's 18 and you're 16. You're like, yeah.
Dude, but that's another thing as well. That's like another element to this entire conversation. Like, they were mature at 10 years old in comparison,
Oh,
dude. Like,
dude.
like he fucking uprooted his entire life and came here.
But he was like a man. So that's what you're saying. Like he's a man at 16. It's
Oh,
like,
100%. But it's not just him. That was everyone from back then. You know,
that's weird, man.
it was very very strange when he like would tell me the stories about it and stuff. You can't fathom it because when I was 16, I was literally playing PlayStation until I killed myself.
No responsibility.
Zero things.
How old do you think you were when you became a man?
Me.
Do you think
I don't
you're a man
even.
right
I don't
now?
even think I'm there yet.
I
like,
feel you. I fucking feel
dude, like
you.
the amount of responsibility that I don't have yet. It's like I don't think I'm a man yet. Like, you know, I compare myself to what my dad is, but I also try to keep the element of like times are different. I think the measure of a man has drastically changed from what his generation believe it to be. So I think now what makes a man is not necessarily the responsibilities they carry, but the way that they carry themselves through their responsibilities, if that makes sense.
Character.
The character, I think it's not that to say that wasn't important back then, because it was 100%. Like, your name meant everything back then, you know
But
what
yeah,
I mean?
what defines you as a man?
Yeah, I think it's definitely changed, and I don't know if I'm even close to being able to say
That's weird.
that I'm...
From my perspective, man, like, literally, like, you're like up here in terms
Yeah,
of...
but this is the thing.
It's
that-
perspective.
It's the perspective.
It's-
I don't see myself the way that everyone else. You can't ever see
weird.
yourself like that.
That's just the image you've given. Like, at least what I perceive.
I'm full of shit, baby.
No, it's like a weird thing. Because I literally, I look up to you. Like,
Oh, come on, dude. You can't come on the show and then just suck my dick the entire time.
No,
you can't
this
do
ain't,
that.
this ain't like a, fuck, you're the best. Yes, please. No,
No, I
This
know
is
what
like
you
a
mean.
straight, like, dude, I straight...
I appreciate that. I do. And
I
it
look at you
fucking
like, I need
floors
to
me
be doing
every
what
time.
he's doing.
Because, you know, like, that is so strange that your perception of me and my perception of me exists at the same time, but they're so fucking different. Like, what the hell's going on?
Do you know
there?
what you look like in my eyes?
Tell me, Sarah. Come on, serenade me. Give it to me in song. That's what I want.
You're the summer rose that I spectate in the afternoon breeze.
How do you know I like roses?
It's that.
Damn, dog. Damn, that was really close. I was really close to calling it quits right here. That was it.
Yeah, podcast. Right. We in, baby.
No, but that's really interesting. Like, I think the way that we see ourselves aren't an accurate representation of what we actually are. And I think that's not as woke as I made that sounded like.
No, that makes sense.
But it's really hard for me to be able to, like, because obviously we were talking before, like, we have that inner critic constantly, and that weighs on your mind heavy when you're thinking about yourself, you know what I mean? Like, I also look up to you, especially, like, I don't think I could have done as well as you did in your circumstances if it was me, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, not to say that you've had different just the way that you move through the world for me is very, I look at that and I go, fuck, man, that's cool, like, that's really sick. And the way that, you know, you can sit down and have a talk and then literally do anything else, the way that you just move through it, that really speaks to me in a way that I just can't fucking get out properly. But I guess the best way to describe it is that it's cool, and I think it's really sick that you're still like that.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But
cheers to that.
Hey, cheers. Come on the show. Cheers. Before we change the subject, I would like to know what it was like for your parents way back when. You know what I mean? Because I don't think I've ever actually. Yeah, because I don't think I've ever actually really spoken to you about it.
Neither right.
I'm
That's
such a
why
piece of shit. I've never even asked.
No. This is like, I don't know. We're having like a real conversation.
Yeah, it's cool. What the fuck, man? Let's do this all the time.
Straight up. Every week, baby.
Yeah, and we'll get a guest every now and then to break up the monotony, I think. It's good to go.
Wasn't he? Or we just keep going?
No, we're still going. We're running. We're about 40 minutes in, so... Dude, we could smash an hour. Easy, bro. Easy. But anyway, as we were, to take it back to what it was before, we're gonna go back to the parents thing. Now it's gonna be your...
I'm just gonna jump right in and I'm gonna ask you the question. So what... what do you think your life would have been like had you been born back in that day?
Ooh, wow.
In Italy, like where you
me?
think you'd be at 22? So I'll say it properly. Sorry to interrupt, but like...
No.
Jumping back to where we were,
yeah.
It's like, if you were back in the 1970s... Maddie, shut the fuck up.
She's coming on the show next week.
Alright, sorry to interrupt.
No, back in the 1970s.
Yeah. Jumping back to where we were, like, what do you think you would have been like had you been 20, say, back in Italy in the 1970s?
To be quite honest with you, I would probably not be... I have given this a little bit of thought, like if I was born back then, the type of person that I am and how fragile I am, I don't think the world around me would have been my place. So I genuinely think I'm born in the correct time.
The right time, yeah.
And I think I would just be like everyone else that's there. You know what I mean? Like, I would still be living in that town. I would not have left Italy. I would never have ventured out, because when you know a way of life and when you're not comfortable to be yourself, you're not going to go out of the norm. You're not going to, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many people that I know that are still over there that are my dad's age that you can just tell that they are so fucking, like,
comfortable.
They have had no regrets about not doing anything other than planting potatoes every September. You know what I mean? Like,
it's genuinely the same thing everywhere, though.
Yeah.
Like, we can look at people like in our own lives.
It totally
like,
is.
This motherfucker, like, even me, like, I look at it. I literally look at it. I was thinking about it this afternoon. I straight up am just in this spot in my life where I'm about to be working 7 days a week, right? I'm like, in a month's time, I'm starting that 7 days a week, and I'm content with that. And I don't. It's like, I'm not unhappy. I'm just making money, and I'm fucking happy about making money.
Yeah.
But I'm just so fucking content because I'm so comfortable.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, this is the thing too. I'm so fucking sick of this. Like, if you're uncomfortable, you're not growing, or like if you're comfortable, you're not growing.
Bro.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Like, if I'm comfortable and I'm having a good time, leave me the fuck alone. Like, let me do what I gotta do.
I've got a tangent for you.
Yeah, dude. Let's
Right.
fucking. We'll shove it. We'll come back to the 1970s thing because I want you to tell me, but we'll come back. We'll come back to that.
I mean, this is like kind of an interesting thing because I don't think I've talked to you about this yet. But I went through a 6-month period where I was in like a full pyramid scheme. Know what I mean? So,
Hey, you know why I'm looking at the
welcome
camera.
to the inside of
Dude,
Amway.
I didn't want to say anything to you. I kind of had a gist of what was going on. Kind of had a feel, but
That's where I was at. When we were at Lewis's party, I'm pretty sure that's like just after I started.
yeah, you know how many people told me, "Hey, is Travis in a pyramid scheme?" And I was like,
Really?
"Yeah, I think he is, man."
How many?
A few, more than enough for me to
Yeah.
go. Oh man, I don't know, but I kind of. This is my approach to it, man. Like, you got to do what you got to do. I had faith that you'd be alright because you've been alright always. Like, you've just been
I'm
able to.
so glad that I came around the corner though.
Oh man, it's a fucking slippery slope, bro.
Because
there is
dude, I was
no way out
wrapped-
once you're in.
I was wrapped the fuck up.
Damn, what is that even like, dude? Unpack
Straight up.
this. Come on.
Like, this is still going on. As in, I'm not.
No.
I've still got like a membership and shit, but I'm not like.
Contributing.
Yeah, I'm not contributing anything. I'm not losing anything. I'm just like an inactive member. So basically, I'm in this cult.
So basically, I'm in a cult.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, yo, that's what the podcast is
But
called.
I've never opened up to it. I've never opened up about it to anyone. And no, this is
With
like
caution,
such a,
let's go.
'cause I'm so keen to talk about
Yeah,
it.
dude,
And
let's
I'm
go.
gonna just break it down from the start.
Fantastic.
How it happened was Maddie, can you shut the fuck up? Thank you. Alright.
This is important. Come on.
Straight
Just for
up.
the record, you like Maddie a lot, right?
Yeah, no, Maddie is like
Yeah. Cool. Just
She's
in
my
case.
boo.
Just in case. Yeah.
I'm Dagger, she's Dingo. That's what we call
Oh
each
wow, that's really cute.
other. It's awesome. She's one of my best friends. Anyway.
Anyway, yeah, this cult thing. Come on.
So the way it started was I noticed when I started doing the life-saving stuff, in my 3rd week there, we went on a road trip to Harvey Bay. And keep in mind, I'm like a fucking newbie. Like, this is my 3rd week. And I'm in this environment where they literally, it's like Wolf of Wall Street. You walk in the morning and they fucking hype you up to make sales. And then they send you on your way. So I'm just in this mindset, right? Of just kill, grow, make money, success. And it was fucked. But one of my co-workers that went on the road trip to Harvey Bay with me was involved with this pyramid scheme thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Look at this.
I noticed he was like doing all this shit on the side, and because I gave him a lift from Brisbane to Harvey Bay, which is, for people not from the area, it's like 3 hours.
Yeah, it's fucking far away.
It's not close. So it's a 3-hour drive, and we get to know each other on the way up. I noticed all these weird patterns and shit throughout the week. Like, I'm talking, man's going for a meeting every 2 nights for an hour on his laptop in his room, and I'm just like, where the fuck is he going? What's he doing?
Yeah, dude.
I'm really like, because like I said, I'm an observer of people.
Yeah, true.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? I've never seen this before. And straight up, this motherfucker was going to these meetings every week where they hype people up and like do their thing and push shit out, do their thing. Anyway, I'm not talking shit on the pyramid scheme thing. Like, great people. Great, like,
the institution is the problem.
genuinely, great fucking people. It's just not for me. Like, that's literally how it is. I support the system. Like, it's a good system. What they got going is great. Good for them.
Yeah.
I'm over here now.
Yeah, literally. Like, yeah.
When I was over
Understandable,
here,
understandable.
I didn't know them though. I saw him doing this. So on the drive back from Harvey Bay, after the week, we really got to know each other. I worked with him for the first time and doing the lifesaver stuff. For people who don't know, it's like fundraising in shopping centers. Like, hey, how you going? Let me quickly show you this one.
Oh, they know. They know.
Anyway, I worked with him for the first time, so you spend 8 hours together at this fucking tiny booth complaining about people together for 8 hours. Anyway, after the week, I felt comfortable enough to talk to him, and I said, hey, man, like, what are you doing? Like, why were you... And he fills me, and he's like, this is specific wording. Hey, man, I'm part of this private coaching group who helps people change the way they think and value money over time.
Oh my fucking god, dude! He hit you with the
Hit me with
fucking
the script.
hook, line, and sinker, dude.
Hit
Oh
me.
my god!
And I trusted this motherfucker. Like,
Oh my God.
I love this guy. I love this guy. I still do. I'm friends with him.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like, outside of the shit, I'm still friends with him. But he hit me with the line, and it got me. That was the worst fucking part. He got me hook,
But
line, and
also,
sinker.
right place and right time for him, though. Like,
Exactly.
that's all it is. Like,
And
you
no one-
approached him. He
Exactly.
never. He fucking
In the
left you the
pyramids.
breadcrumbs, and you followed it all the way home, dude. Oh my
I was
god.
a full detective until I was the prey, you know. I thought I was tracking something
Wow.
down,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
really I was getting fucking played, and I had no idea. And
Those bastards, they're so smart. They're so smart.
the last line, like, thing they say, it's like, I'm gonna meet up with my coach this weekend. I could mention your name in conversation. Do you reckon you'd be interested or something like that? And
They
I was
play it
like,
off where
yeah.
they're like, oh,
yeah,
I'll
for sure.
do you a
Like, he's
favour.
offering something.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he played off as if he's like,
He's like, oh, I can, I'll help you out a little bit.
I
Yeah,
might do
whatever.
this.
Yeah.
That's like the most manipulative part of it all, because it's a great system, this, that, but the way they get people in is just like, that's straight sales.
Oh,
Like, it's so
it is,
see
man.
through. Like,
It
when
is.
you have that lens.
When
Even
you're
though
in-
I was in sales, this.
Yeah, but don't forget too, this was like your full-on first exposure to that sort of industry. I'm assuming. So, yeah, like,
It was.
because I've done a little bit of this sort of stuff
Yeah.
before, and
And I was kind of thinking with China.
oh my god,
There's crazy shit over there.
dude! Like when you're a part of like the machine,
Yeah.
it's so easy to find the spare parts that are just like running around to, you know what I mean? Like you can just spot them and you're like, hey man, understand the hustle. I'm alright though. Like,
I went through and I started the hustle.
yeah, dude. But you have to, like, because that's just where you were. Like, you have to do that.
I went for 6 months, and like I started from the bottom, and like the whole thing is like, the more people you get in, the more money you get. That's how the whole thing works, and it's not a thing where it's like you're scamming people, because it's genuinely not a scam, and I believe that to the core still, even though I'm against it.
It does get a bad rep because it is the easiest way to scam people.
Exactly. Give
But-
them an opportunity, talk about their life,
Yes.
and like, bro, they
Yes.
are in.
But it's not necessarily like that for every pyramid scheme. Like, it is
No.
just...
Some of them are straight, like just,
Some of them are just...
come on, give me your money, come on.
Yeah, literally. I mean, I would say most churches are pyramid schemes.
I believe. Like,
Like, I would
straight
say
up,
that
I'm in agreement.
They use the
Agreed.
same tactics. Like, I would... But that's all it is. I think, like,
It's
it is
manipulation.
Just, it is just the manipulation of...
Like, and we've talked about God, and we've gone down that tangent, and I love it every time we do.
But, like, it's... Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, all the power to them. Make your money. Do what you got to do. But when it is morally wrong for you, jump out. If you're fine with doing whatever the fuck you got to do until it feels wrong for you, that's it. If it's all right and you can sleep at night, fuck, man, do whatever you want.
Dude,
Unless it's murder, like, don't
we've
kill.
had
Yeah,
that conversation.
don't
as well.
do that. Like, don't kill people. That's pretty shit. Like,
Killing
I think
people.
there's a big three. Don't enslave people, don't rape people, and don't kill them. Don't do those three things.
The
They're
big three.
unforgivable, and they all of them don't have an
Like,
excuse.
you say don't eat people as well.
No, enslave people.
Yeah, I reckon that
Don't
ties
rape
into
people.
it. But
Don't
eat.
murder people. Oh, there's another one.
Cannibalism.
That's also another one.
Alright,
But
what's
also
the other one?
pedophilia. I think I categorize
It's
them
a different to rape.
because
I get you.
they're unexcusable. Like, what's your reason to... Actually, murder's a little bit different. I might
You
take
can-
that one away. You
I've
can justify
said this
murder.
exactly.
You can justify
Those
murder,
words,
actually,
you can
so
justify murder. in
It's
some
pedophilia,
occasions.
rape, and enslavement. I think those three things. What's your fucking What's your fucking reason, man? Like, what's the go there? Anyway, weird tangent. That's how I feel about it. Weird
Alright.
tangent.
Shit, we gotta go. Alright. Back to where we were.
Yeah, back to your thing. Yeah.
In the pyramid scheme, right? I went to a couple of the meetings. I went to like the big meeting, like where they had like 800 people kind of thing, and they
Cool.
were like giving awards out and shit like that.
Cool.
And I was so into it. Like, this is what they had as
Dude, I'm into it.
a
Like, just
daily
listening to it.
regimen. What
Oh,
you had
wow.
to do. And this is actually interesting because there was a part, like self-talk was a part of it.
Wow. Interesting.
And it's partly why I stopped doing it, and partly why I believe in it.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, because like that made me start doing it after the acid trip. Like, it reinforced me. It was the weirdest timing. Anyway, it reinforced it. But when I got out of that, I stopped doing the self-talk. But I wish I kept doing it. Anyway,
But you're back there now. Whatever. Yeah.
so I got so deep into it that I was doing my self-talk every morning and night. I was listening to 2 hours worth of audios every day. I was reading for half an hour every night. And this is on top of my crazy schedule that I had going, like running every morning.
Wow.
Fucking, I was waking up at 4 a.m. fucking sprinting in the rain because I was that like fired up and ready to go about everything.
That's crazy that they had that grip on you, man. That's
You would have remembered, like, this was manic me. Remember when we got that breakfast at...
I do remember that. I do.
Yeah, dude, that was
was
me in like the...
I love that, by the way. That was awesome.
That was like the third week or fourth week of my employment where I just got into that pyramid scheme shit and I was fucking doing my routine.
I was floored when you're like, yeah, let's get breakfast before work. I was like, are you sure? Like,
I was so go.
if you're cool with it, then yeah, I'm cool with it because I'll be awake. Like, whatever. That threw me for a fucking loop. And then when I saw you in real life, I was like, this dude's fucking on it right now. Like, I'm so here for this. I had no idea what it was.
Yeah.
But I was like, he's doing something and I'm fucking, he's like, he's up here. Like, he's doing it.
That's the weird thing as well. I was sober at that point. As in, like,
Yeah.
the pyramid scheme thing made me quit weed, made me quit drinking, and made me quit seeing friends. Like, that was a part of it. Like,
Ugh.
as in, like, they said, get away from negative influences. And that's
wow.
great
That is such a
advice.
blanket term. I don't
But-
like that, though.
it straight up meant that I just stopped being myself. And that's what turned me off it.
Yeah, but this is the thing, too, that, negative influence, that's... According to who, though? The guy
It
that
was
told
according
you?
to them.
The guy that
Exactly.
told you? No. If you're going to do something like that, it needs to come from you, because then you're cutting yourself way off from way too many things that you shouldn't be. Like... It makes me laugh when I see these fucking like health gurus are like, oh, just cut out your negative people. You don't know.
can't run around with scissors.
You can't
Like,
do that.
I don't hate that, but like, you can't run around with scissors cutting off people from your life. That's not something people do. That are genuinely caring and loving.
No, you can't do that because it's an unsustainable way of living. We need people around us to keep ourselves going. Dude, I went through...
You've had that experience.
I've had that
Legit.
experience where like...
you ran around with scissors. And you regretted
And then
it.
at the end of it, I put the scissors back in the drawer and I was like, oh fuck, where are my friends? I was like, what the hell? It sucks, man. And
it happens.
it's one of those things too. Like I use this analogy. It's like my little basket. It's my basket of things that I wish people fucking told me before I did them, but no one really knows how to. No one has the guts to. And it's one of those things. Hey, don't fucking listen to people about choices that impact you and only you. Like that's a bad thing to do.
That's a huge fucking line. Say it again.
Don't make choices based... Wait, what did I say?
Don't make choices based on people's opinions or some shit like that.
Yeah, don't do things that
People
pertain...
tell you to do.
Yeah, if someone tells you to do something about you, don't do that.
Because
if
it's
that
going
makes
to
sense.
hurt you in the end.
Yeah,
Like,
anyway.
make that decision for yourself.
I'll put the fucking subtitles again right here when I'm doing this because
You're
I
going to
can't...
type this shit up?
Oh, dude, I'm going to subtitle this for my homies.
No, it's going to be automatic, surely, hopefully.
Hopefully. I swear to God, this is going to...
Can you grab the tequila?
Dude, yeah, fuck yeah. I need to get a mic, man. We need to get a mic. But I think I'd say, like, for a first attempt, we're doing all right. We just cracked an hour. Congratulations, dude. Let's do a shot. We just cracked an hour.
That's
so,
what we shot
we're
before.
monetized money, baby.
That's it.
That's what's up. No, but yeah, no, I think it's really important when it comes to stuff that directly affects you. It has to come from you, because
100%.
if you got someone else pulling your strings, they go home at the end. After they pulled your strings, they hang you up, and then they fuck off. But you're left there hanging. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's...
You have to make sure that you're pulling your own strings. Otherwise, you're going to get hung up in a closet with nobody but fucking darkness around you. And that sucks, man.
I was thinking of a great example about that. We shall not name names. Someone we both know.
Okay.
Lord Voldemort of sorts.
Okay.
Are you in the same mindset as... Do you know where I'm at?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not where you are.
I'm trying to think of things that wouldn't give it away.
It's alright, we'll cut the audio. And we're back. Alright.
Alright, yeah. You know, like
Yeah.
Lord Voldemort type. We don't talk...
He shall not be named, yeah.
That's it.
Wow, man.
But no, that is it. As in, like, that's the kind of person you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Like, for me, I was thinking about it. Like, when I was driving home this afternoon, I was thinking about it. And I'll say generally, like, we've all experienced friendships that aren't true friendships.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like sometimes, like, people just can manipulate you without you really realizing.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah,
you make assumptions because you want the best for people. But I feel like this is something me and you just relate on a lot.
Well, I was going to say, that's because we're good people.
That's it.
You know what I mean? It's
Like,
because we're nice blokes. Like,
we
we
don't
want people to suffer, and we don't want people to be upset, and we hate making people feel uncomfortable. Like, I think
that's the part.
we're those type of blokes, bread and butter, because we spread so fucking easily. You know what I mean?
I was just doing a little bit of thinking while you were saying that. And I'm... Mind over here, like, I don't know if this is true, but do you think, like, as people who are, like, first generation Aussies, like, full blood, in a way, anyway, first generation Aussie, we're searching for that community?
Yeah! Yes!
Yeah?
Because I don't belong to my people, and I don't belong to this people, because we're not one or the other. It's not as extreme as it was 20 years ago, but it's still totally here, man.
Yeah, the same.
Wow, that is so fucked up that you think like that too.
I don't know how to hunch.
But I need to stop being surprised when you say things, because we're so similar, and it's fucking stupid. But you know what it is? It's because I think you have a little bit more confidence to say the things that are scary to say, and that's very scary to say. Because when you say something like that, you categorize yourself into a demographic of, I guess, for lack of a better term, a whinger. You know what I mean? Because, like, the older generation's like, what do you got to worry about? Like, you grew up here, you're fine.
You got us.
Yes. But it's like, we don't, because when I hang out with the older generation, they're like, oh, you fucking skip, you whatever. And then when I hang out with really, like, whatever, it's like, oh, you wog and this and that. And it's like, where's the gabagool? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the fucking... It's not as extreme, but it's still... I don't know, it's still valid to feel like that. And I think... And I don't want to make you offend anybody or anything. I think our situations are very different. Very different, I think.
Yes, 100%.
Very, very different. But I think the base feeling is the same, but as it goes higher, I think mine stops, but yours progresses more, if that makes sense.
This is the thing. I've had this conversation with so many fucking people in the last minute, because I've only realised people think this way, but your struggle compared to my struggle isn't a thing. Like, you can't be like...
Yeah, well, you can't. Well, that's the thing. Like, that is a bad way to
You can't
put
compare
it.
struggle,
It's
because
hard.
it affects everyone in a different way.
It's a different... Oh, that's a really good way to put it, because I feel like this, like how we've just agreed that we both feel, and then people in the exact same situation as me don't feel like that. And that blows me away, because it's like, what experience have you had that is so drastically different to me, and why did you get it and I didn't get it? Like,
Dude.
what's going on there?
I was going to say car. Like, Car
Interesting.
is like, for anyone who doesn't know Car,
Man,
about this tall,
She
Vietnamese,
pokes her head around the
Hong
corner.
Kong.
I know Carl. Get out of here.
such a beautiful person. He is going to be one of the most
Absolutely.
famous people on this
he's
planet.
yeah, dude.
His movies,
100%.
his acting, everything. His comedy, man. Anyway,
Unbridled talent, I would say.
apart from that
Bit of a
preview,
tangent, yeah.
Car. The reason we get along so well is because we have such similar kind of, just, if you draw key points from a story, like, it's virtually the same, just a different colour.
I was gonna say the same thing, and I think me and Carl, we've spoken about this.
It's the same thing, different colour.
He's one of the only people that I've genuinely been able to relate to
Same.
in a way that's almost hard for me to describe because I haven't felt it with a lot of other people, you know.
100%.
You now one of those people as well, but I don't know, like, oh man, he just fucking knows. Like, he just understands. Like, he just
Exactly.
fucking knows.
That's
And-
someone who you need to have on.
Dude, and it's like, I think, now I'm thinking, like, the late night convos me and that kid have had, man, like, where we're literally just pouring our hearts out and just fucking chatting about shit. He's one of the only people that I've ever been able to do that. I can think of one other person, but that's it, you know what I mean? Like, that's so strange. Like, it is different. It's same shit, but different colour, you know what I mean? It's weird, like, and I don't know if you feel this, but it's hard to talk about this, me, because I'm a white dude, you know what I mean? Like, it's
But you're not white. It's
to a
that's-
degree, you know what I mean? Like,
that's the
but
thing I understand,
technically-
and that's like what I mean by
Mm.
different color. Like, Car and me understand what it's like having foreign backgrounds,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
not being Aussie. You
Mm.
know, like, still having that. I don't like to describe it as like a thing holding you back, but it's like it's your fucking bloodline. You know,
Yeah,
it's just not the same as the people that you went to school with and like have connected with. So when you
Yeah.
connect with someone that has like the same struggle, different color, like Car, bro, his mum's the same age as my mum. His dad's a different age to my dad, different story, but we share so many similarities. Just with that Australian Asian disconnect, and wherever the fucking boat I am, because I'm like, my dad's white Aussie and my mum's Mauritian, but I'm Aussie as fuck. But I just don't know where I am because like the white people see me as black and the black people see me as white.
yeah, it's so weird.
In
It's
this
like,
Netherlands.
why are we... What the fuck is this? We're pointing fingers at each other all the time, but when there's people in limbo, it's like, why the fuck are... That's what...
Dude.
Focus on that first.
I figured out how to word it properly. Cara and I had this conversation the other night, and it's straight up like, when you go back to Italy, do people like see you as like
As
the
a-
white guy,
The Aussie
the
bloke,
Aussie
the-
white guy?
They call me Australiano, which
Dude,
just means Australian. They're
they
like,
call me white in Mauritius.
oh
they
my
call me white.
God, it's so fucked.
And when
It's so
fucking
fucked
Car
up.
goes to Vietnam, bro,
Just-
he's the fucking Australian dude.
Oh man.
It's so weird, but then we're here in Australia and we're just like,
And no one's like the Aussie guy. Everyone
We're
knows
the-
me as the Wog guy.
we are the fucking
It's so-
interracial people where it's like, no,
It's
bro,
so
I'm
weird.
Aussie. I'm fucking Aussie.
Motherfucker, I was born here. I'm more Australian than literally most of you that live here. Like,
Literally.
what do you want? Like, it's weird, man. Like, it's one of those things. And shout out to my cousin Lala. Like, I think she understands this a lot, and I don't know if we've really spoken about it in detail, but like, it's one of those things where it's that constant, like, fucking, where do I fit in? Where do I belong? Sort of thing. Because I love that aspect of myself, and when I'm over there, I'm living my best life. I love it, but I never feel like I fucking
You don't
belong
belong
there.
yeah, bro.
And then I come back here, and for a brief moment, I'm like, this is my home. And then there's always some fucking cunt that will be like,
Fucking wog.
you don't belong here. And it's
Fucking
like,
wog.
what are you talking about? Like, fuck you. I don't get upset by the derogatory shit or whatever. I don't care. I'm unbothered by most things. But what makes me upset is the fact that I'm alone here in my thoughts, and sometimes they get the better of you, if that makes sense. Like, it's like, I know that I'm not upset by this, but it's true. Like, where do I, if I don't fit in there and I
know what
don't
you
fit in
mean.
here, like, fuck. Like, you don't want to let that get ya, but sometimes it gets you, and
It's no choice.
I just said get ya. That's more Aussie than anything you could.
No Italian is saying get ya.
You know what I mean? Like it's.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird thing. Like before I can speak on it, I need to do some more thinking about it.
That's
but, like
fair.
But like it is something that weighs on my mind heavy, and I've kind of shelved it for the moment because when I meet new people, I don't tell them I'm Italian. I don't, purely because I don't want that. Oh, where are you from? Like, fuck you.
But people
like,
see from
off.
your beautiful fucking complexion, bro. You're not proper Aussie.
No.
Like,
people
dude,
always,
you are like the
people always call
beautiful
me-
olive brown. It's sexy.
The olive brown, I love that. That's real nice. Hey, you gave me a kiss. No, man, but where are you at with this whole thing? Like,
Where am I? Like, straight up, I am so excited to have my nephew come into the world.
damn, that's really exciting.
This is the thing. It's because I've never had anyone in my life in the same boat as me. But here it is where my sister is full blood Mauritian. Like my mum, which is the same mum we have, she has a different dad who's Mauritian.
Yep.
So she's black. And then you have her partner who's Connor fucking Gray. I'll name names. Y'all are getting married.
Yo, so white.
That's it.
Also, congratulations.
High school
by the way,
sweethearts.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Wow, that's true love. That makes. Oh, I want to kill
high school
myself now.
sweethearts though.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
And they came together. They've been together ever since. They've had their ups and downs. They've
Of course.
struggled. But now they're having a beautiful baby in January.
Wow, happy birthday.
And this baby is
It's
going to
gonna
be
be
the
you.
first
It's gonna be you,
mixed
man.
baby in the family. Apart from me. Which is like, that's it. That's my like, bro, I'm so excited because this little motherfucker is going to be like me, but not me. And I can be the one to be like, it's okay, man. You don't have to think
Yeah.
of yourself as black or white.
That kid's gonna be really lucky, man.
Dude, I can straight up be like, man, it's okay. You don't have to be a race. Just be you.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, like, I think having that there with you, like if we had that, it would have been a little bit easier. But because we're trying to navigate it and our parents were trying to navigate it or whatever.
And they're from a different time
Yeah,
as well.
like,
Where they weren't thinking like we are.
no, exactly right. So, irregardless of how the world changes from now to the, when this kid's born, like, it doesn't matter because
We always got that.
you got it, man.
Bet.
Like, you're gonna have it. You're gonna have it. So that's really awesome, and that's so important, I think. And I think conversations like this are also important because it doesn't validate how I'm feeling, but it makes me feel heard, and I think that's important. I feel like I'm fucking talking out my ass right now because you know exactly what I'm talking about, but this is genuinely
It's
one of the only conversations I've had about this with anybody.
The way I see it, if anyone who's in a kind of similar boat to either of us, like if they listen to this, like, man, they're going to get something from it. A little bit of perspective and a little bit of...
Because it's always more than
Share.
what we got.
That's it. And that's...
Yeah.
I wish I had that motherfucking brown uncle that was like, nigga, you ain't black and nigga, you ain't white.
Yeah, dude.
Right, I wish I had that, but it's always been like the white side being like, oh, you're one of us, and the black side being like, you're one of us.
Yeah, it's weird, and it didn't hit me until someone made me aware of this situation, which sucked the most. But yeah, no, it's an important conversation, and I think it does get its airtime, but I don't think it's finding the people that it needs to find.
It's a new niche.
Yeah, it's a new niche, like, and I think that's why me and Carl have always remained pretty good friends. We don't see each other all the time, but when we do, it's like time ain't passed.
It doesn't
man.
matter.
Like, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
And I think it's because we've been able to bond over something like that, and
Literally, I view you in the same light as one of my friends.
Yeah,
and
totally.
This is relevant just because, like, I don't see this guy. Like, I've known him since I was 7 years old, but I will not message him, talk to him, or see him for 3 years. And then we meet up, and bro, It's where
And
we
shit
left off.
changed
It's
up.
where we left off, and you're in that bracket for me. where
Yeah,
it's
well,
like
yeah.
we could go, like we've done this before, like where we go 6 months without talking to each other, and then all of a sudden we have a conversation. It's like, that's right, you're my brother.
But that's the thing too. Like I think, and I was thinking about this before we even did this. Like today on the drive here, I was like, I don't see this guy as much as I should be because of how important he is to me. But every
Doesn't matter.
time it
Doesn't
is,
matter.
it fucking comes through and it works. You know what I mean? Now that things are a little bit different, obviously for both of us, that's more of a possibility, which I'm very excited for. But you know, like it's one of those things. It's like an unspoken rule where you just understand and it just happens. Because every time we've seen each other, it's just been, wow, like fuck.
Bro, it's been 6 months with a.
What the fuck, man? And then it's like, hey man, did you see this thing the other day? Fucked me up, bro. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
It's
that's
cool.
it. It's like, even if we don't talk for 6 months, I'll see something be like, reminds me of Anthony. I'll send it straight to you.
totally.
No hesitation.
You're so much better at that than me, though. That's fucking,
It's not. It's just because of what's happening. Like,
Yeah,
what's
of
been
course.
influenced. Like, if I see something that reminds me of you, that's not your fault or my fault. That's just like, oh.
yeah.
That just happens.
Fucking hell. Nah, it is what it is, man. But you know, like the way, yeah, that's cool. But the way that I see it, fluidity in life for both of us. But I think we're at a point now where we've kind of got that under
We've got
control
in, like,
to
a
a point.
similar sync. We're like still trying to
Yeah,
get that
kind
last
of.
bit.
Yeah, that little last bit, but we're almost there, and that makes me really excited. Next segment. We gotta get some like audio cues. We gotta, dude. You and your band should do like the fucking transitions and stuff. Dude, that would be sick
For
as.
sure.
That'd be sick as. All right. Anyway,
But
ding ding. There
Pick
we go.
pick a number out of 30.
Okay, hang on, because I know the context here. We're gonna go 15, exactly in the middle,
All right.
and then I'm gonna pick
This is
one,
it.
and then I'm gonna pick 30.
So 15.
Yep.
Behind my back, one hand is going to be representing either 2 or 3. You're not going to know which one's which.
Okay. Okay.
Left or right.
Left.
It's representing the second. So, that means February 15 of my trip.
For
Here we
context,
go.
this was when Trav went to Mauritius for a bit. Yeah, you tell the story, man. This is your story.
Basically, I went to Melbourne with some friends when I was 18. Freshly 18.
I was there.
That was right. We almost met up.
We almost did.
Almost.
Almost. So close. I saw Car and Jack, but I did not see you.
But when we went down, we promised we were going to get tattoos. All of us. All
Yeah,
four
true.
of us. Gets to the final day. It's literally our flight's at fucking 12 p.m. And me and Car are like, we game for this tattoo. And Jack and Tom were just like, nah.
That's bullshit.
Not getting a tattoo.
That is
And
bullshit.
It was the biggest like, come on bro, you fucking said you were, but I can't force you to get a tattoo. So, we go and find places like, can anywhere do an instant tattoo? We go to 2 places, they're like, bro, fuck no, we are busy as shit, fuck off. We get to the 3rd place and they're like, yep, go for it. It's going to be $250
Oh
each.
my god.
Even though it's going to be a 15-minute session, we have to charge you for the hour.
Yeah.
So, $250, got our tattoos done. Car,
I've seen it.
if you haven't met him, he's got a tattoo right here and it said,
I like it. I
Could
fuck with it.
be worse.
Yeah, I fuck with that heavy.
Right.
The older I get, the more I understand and feel
I
that.
suggested that.
Oh my god.
I'm going to claim it right here.
Could be worse. It literally could be worse at every moment.
But I've always imagined, like, just imagine if he has, like, an accident and his arm gets decapitated and it's just there on the side of the road. Just off the elbow and it just says, could be worse. Like, you're the fucking motherfucker that has to pick it up and you're like, bro.
It could be. It really could be.
That's never going to happen, though. Anyway. I got a tattoo on my ankle that says nothing. It's just a fucking couch that looks like casting
Oh,
couch.
it says way more than
If
anybody
you know-
could ever know.
Brockhampton, they're like original insignia.
Oh, this is old school Brockhampton.
Yeah, this is like first year Brockhampton.
This is like Saturation 1, dog. Like, even before that. What was the one before that? The mixtape that they
All
made?
American.
All American Rejects or whatever.
No, All American something.
All American. Oh, Rejects. Oh my god.
No, that's a band or something. Anyway, fuck it.
Yeah, tangent. Whatever.
Alright, so I got this tattoo. I get back home, and my mum, for context, has this rule where if you have a tattoo, like, she literally said it to me so many times from my fucking childhood, I can't forget it. She's like, I'm gonna tie you down and fucking cheese grate that shit off. And it's a vivid image, right? And I just, yeah, you're still in the moment. I decided to do this ahead of time. I went through with it, did it. Get back home, had a great week down in Melbourne. It was fucked up. Shit happened. Stories for another time.
Yeah, episode 2.
But my mum eventually found out about my tattoo while we had it was a discussion until it wasn't an argument, you know. But then, like,
had many of those.
I've actually got this on Snapchat. The very moment.
Yo, send me the video and I'll edit it into
we'll
the
make
clip.
sure y'all see this. But so this is the moment my mum decided to send me to Mauritius.
Oh my god. Ew.
And I got all the Snapchats from Mauritius. We'll post the videos at some point.
Yeah, we'll do something about it. We'll sort it out. We'll give them a little tease.
So, context. It was my birthday on the 3rd of February. My mum had organised for a house party at mine. Not for my birthday, just for like her friends. Because I was supposed to be out of town. My work got cancelled. And I was going to be in town. So she's like, alright, we'll have this party for you. And I said, fuck no. It's my motherfucking 18th. I'm going out with my friends. I did that. This is that day. I went down there. It's Car and Cooper.
Oh, Car and Cooper, classic.
And we went to a house up in the Sunshine Coast at Caloundra. Stayed there for the night for the Airbnb. I cut my hair into a mullet.
Oh, I think I remember this. I think I remember
It's
watching this in real time.
Renee and fucking Zoe cut my hair into a mullet.
Dude, I remember this.
I get home the day after my birthday. Told my parents about the couch, right? That's the fucking caption. And like that's it. It's like literally the couch my ankle. Alright, I'm gonna let it load so I can show you in full. But bro, you ready for this shit? You can't control him, he's out of control.
Oh my god.
That's what she said. 3 hours later, I was in my room ripping bongs, and my mum comes in, she's like, you know what? I got the tickets.
Oh my god.
I was like, what? She's like, you go to Mauritius on Tuesday, and it's Sunday at this point. And it's like, holy fuck, I have a job. I have a fucking job. I had to quit my job to go on this punishment trip. But I get on the plane, and this is the first thing I see. It's like, fucking, you know.
You're like, fuck it, dog.
Duty free. I get down there, my cousins hand me beers and shit. And it's just one of the greatest fucking months of my life. Oh, 2 months.
Dude, I loved your Snapchats from that era. I call that the rejuvenation era, because every time I would go on Snapchat or Instagram and I would click your fucking name.
Bro, I was in the islands.
You were
partying.
fucking literally in the islands, and I was like, this motherfucker is having the best reform I've ever seen in my entire life. He's gonna come back here more fucked than he was before he left.
That's it.
And it was awesome, and it was really cool that you...
I found myself. I like to say, on that trip, when I came back from that trip, the first time I had a social occasion, that's when I came out as gay. And like, that was Sam Mason's fucking 18th.
Yeah, it was at his house, I remember, yeah.
So I ran around screaming fucking, I'm gay. For further context, no longer gay, somewhere in between, who fucking knows.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It is what it is.
While I was on this trip of self-discovery, I wrote down a passage for every single day I was there.
I can't believe this was the build-up to the page. This is awesome. I'm so ready for this. I'm so ready for this.
So Anthony's picked the number 15 out of 30, And then I've made him choose left and right. He chose the 2nd versus the 3rd. So it's the 15th of February. I'm going to read this day, no context. We're going to go straight into it.
Yep.
You've got the context. Okay. Today is a strange one. I find myself lost in contemplation. Mostly about my personal orientation and sexual identity. I hope one day I'll be able to look back and reflect about how pointless all this thinking really is. However, for now, I still have the answers I am looking for. Rather, I still do not have the answers that I'm looking for. I have no real idea where my heart lies. As of now, my only certainty is that I want a family one day. I want to be married to somebody who appreciates me as much as I appreciate them. I feel so lovesick, and I have no idea why. Life is good otherwise, but I am finding something to drag me down. End story.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
it.
That was an interesting listen, because I'm sitting across the room from present day Travis, and I was like, wow,
Bro.
I understand the artistry.
I don't relate with
Totally.
this anymore.
And I was like,
That's a weird thing.
it's like, that is a different person. Like, but it was like what we were saying before, like when you're looking back, like about love and shit like that. When you look back, you're like, that's not what that was. Like, I was so wrong. But it's the growth, man. But that's really cool that you have a point in history, dated, signed even, of exactly what you were thinking and going through. And you have fucking photos and shit of that too. That's insane. Like, you can go 20 years from now and look back on that shit.
Dude,
that's crazy.
Are you ready
man.
for something I genuinely reckon is groundbreaking? I don't think...
What kind of question is this?
No,
Absolutely.
this is like a question to draw you in. As a salesman, this is what I do naturally.
This is what I do, baby.
But this video is me the very first time I got drunk.
Dude.
This is like, I've been thinking about it. This is a concept that has not been explored. Who the fuck has a video of them drunk
I
for the
don't.
first...
I absolutely don't.
No one does.
Dude.
Except for young people. And luckily, I'm in the position...
We'll put the video on the... We'll put the video up too.
Alright. Yeah, this shit genuinely fucked me up. Because it is me. It is like... It's exactly how I am now. Like when I'm blackout drunk. Because this was it. This was the origin story.
This is where the roots have been planted.
This is literally... Anyone that knows me, I get ridiculously
Dude, you owe me
drunk.
2 plans. You owe me 2 plans.
I didn't know that,
you
but I believe that.
motherfucker.
I believe that.
Yo, shout out to Harvey Keith. He
Ooh.
knows what's up.
Good old Harvey, man. What a fucking man.
He's got to come on the show, man.
Alright, I
wanna
know I
talk to
can't
that
do
kid.
brown liquor, but let's do it.
We'll do a little one.
Ah, fuck, I can't find this video. Alright, my mate Bill, this is the guy I was talking about that's like, I don't talk to for ages. I haven't talked to him for like a month, but it's still like, bro, we besties.
Yeah, it is what it is.
You ready for this shit?
Yeah.
So it's the very first time I ever drank. And I got stoned as well, and I had MD. Same night.
Have you drunk yet? 'Cause I ain't drunk yet. I'm pretty fucking. You get weed, I get weed. We get weed, we get weed.
Yo, wow, everyone's a mess in this video. This is awesome.
I don't remember any of this song.
He's so self-aware.
I did not remember any of this.
Nothing. Dude, where is this?
This is... I'll talk about it after.
All I see is tents and cars and people just living off on it. What was that breathing like they were
Dude, I was in his ear like going, shh, shh. You can fucking imagine. But straight up, that's from Woodford Folk
Oh,
Festival.
wow.
20
Cool. That's so sick.
2014. 15 season.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Holy shit, man! That's a long time.
This is
ago.
going back now. This is
That's a
going back
long
now.
time ago, dude.
But
Dude,
that was it. That was my losing of my virginity.
dude, you know the first time that I got drunk. Hold on, we'll do this and then we'll talk
Yeah,
about
let's
it.
go into that after.
The first time that I got drunk, I was actually, yo, it's bad, hey. Beer. It's awful, hey. Dude, the first time I got drunk, it was actually in Italy. Shout out again to my cousin Lola making another appearance on the show.
Damn.
We went to this, we were in my dad, like, we were staying with my nonno.
I'm good. No, to keep going.
Anyway, we were like, we were just hanging out, and then one of her cousins, I think Deborah's my cousin. Also, shout out Deborah, but I don't know if she's my cousin or not.
I know what you mean, though.
Anyway,
She fam.
she was like, hey, let's go out one night. And we're like, fuck yeah, let's go out. And then we went to this cool place. It's in San Gregorio, which is the town next to Colliano. Also,
that-
shout out Gregory. That's where he's from.
Is that an hour away, or is that? Like...
No, man, it's like 15 minutes away.
Oh, so wait. What was the capital city that's like an hour away? What the nearest biggest city?
Oh, Salerno. No, but that's only like maybe 45 minutes, half an hour, whatever it is.
So
Where
you're going out?
So where we're going out is San Gregorio, which is
that like a small town?
Yeah,
Like
it's a
how many
small town.
clubs and night out places?
The only club was where
One.
we went to.
Holy
But
shit!
that club facilitates all of the small towns.
Yeah.
Anyway, we went to this club. It's called El Pancho. It's fucking awesome. They play like merengue music. It's fucking fantastic. Anyway, we went to this club and we were just getting pissed. And Deborah, she's like, "Come on, let's get drunk," because she had come to Australia before, right?
So she knew you?
Yeah. So she's met us all before, and she met. the
Wait,
others.
how old is she at this point?
Oh man, she would have been like mid-20s because she got
shit.
married a couple
So
of
she's
years
like
ago.
a young lady just
Yeah,
trying to
so
have
she was
fun.
like, and that's when we met her fiance and stuff because they weren't married at the time. Anyway, and she was like, "Come on, let's take him out. Like, we'll show him a good time." And we're like, "We can sink the piss. Like, you can't sink the piss."
You said that
I said that
as a
because
16-year-old.
we had been. I had dabbled, but that night was when I got fucking drunk to the point where that was where I was.
So to that point, you hadn't actually been properly drunk.
But I've had drinks before, like
So and you
yeah.
went in being like, "Bro, I'm the fucking man." I've had
Literally.
drinks."
Anyway, we were just drinking, we were having fun. This club was awesome. We went in there. We were just at the bar. We were having a few drinks, and then we decided to do some shots or whatever. And it's called rum and pear shots, and it's literally just rum and then just pear nectar. It's fantastic. Like you shot the rum and then the pear. Wow, amazing, so good. Anyway, we're doing this at the bar, and then Lala, sorry, it's gotta happen. She fucking just all over the fucking
Projectile?
bar, everywhere, dude.
Oof.
Everywhere, all over the bar, and we're like, oh, we gotta go, we gotta go, and we're driving back, and at this point, Deborah, she's fucked, like she's.
So this is like the
way
25-year-old.
fucked. Yeah.
Meanwhile, wait, how old is Lola?
Lala, she's
Same age?
same age.
Yeah.
So we're both 16 at this time, and we're both. She's not as drunk as me. I'm smashed.
But
at this
she's
point.
still projectile.
It is what it is. Hey, sorry, you did it, not me. What do you want from me? But yeah, we were driving home. We were pulling over every 5 minutes so Deborah could vomit out of the car. And then we got home.
God.
We got to my mama's house, and like the door, like when you unlock the door, it makes this. Like this really loud noise because it was like an old school
hydraulic
lock.
one?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So it was like a really loud noise, and Lola opens the door, and I just fucking straight onto the fucking rug, and I was like, I'm a slug, and I fucking went like, you know when the whole way to the kitchen, and I was like,
Jesus.
wow, I'm fucked. And then I sat down, and she's fed me an entire can of sardines. I was like, I fucking hate sardines, but I'm so hungry.
Whoa,
There's a Snapchat.
So
there's
you're
a
kind of like out of it while Lola's feeding you.
Dude, there's a
fucking sardines.
Snapchat of. I'll find it. I'll put it in
You
the
gotta put
fucking
it
thing.
in.
I'll
Yeah,
put it
yeah,
in the
yeah.
thing.
Jamie, pull that shit up.
Jamie, Jonathan, pull that shit up. But yeah. Anyway, she's feeding me these fucking things, and I'm taking this fucking Snapchat video, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I ate the entire fucking can of sardines, dude.
Just cause.
Just cause. And then we
Yeah,
went
that
upstairs
fucked
to
up.
bed, like me, my sister, and Lola was sleeping in the same room. And I open the door and I see my sister in the bed. She's like, "What are you guys doing?" And I was like, "Holy fuck, what is that? That's an alien!"
Oh,
to my
no.
sister. And she's like, "Oh man," she's
How old was she?
about 12 years old at this point. She was like, and I was like,
Jesus Christ.
it was bad. And then like Lola had to fucking push me onto the ground and fucking wrap me in blankets to get me to shut the fuck up. Because I was just, dude,
Were
I
you
was
just assaulting this 12-year-old?
no, absolutely not. I was just fucking vibing. I just couldn't stay still. I was like, what is happening to my body? What's going on? Man, it was pretty well documented, so I will put this in because it's fantastic. But that was the first night that I got so smashed. That was when I got drunk. Period. It was a very lovely memory. My nonno and nonno were not happy in the morning. They were very upset because I made very much noise. But fantastic, either way.
I got a concept.
Okay.
So, this is something for the last 2 weeks that's just been plaguing my mind. And
Okay.
it's because, like, Car and I talked, and he's like, I want to go for a trip overseas to one of the Southeast Asian countries. So we're thinking either, wait for this shit, it gets crazy, either the Philippines or Vietnam.
Wow, okay.
So,
Are you about to propose to me? I'm like, yeah.
It's coming.
Hey, fuck you, I'm getting married, huh? Fantastic. Come on. Lay it on me. What's his proposal?
Okay. We're going to go to Vietnam.
Oh my god.
We're going to start in the very south of the country. We're going to buy some fucking scooters
Just go.
and drive the whole way to the top.
Wow.
It's going to take about 3 weeks.
I don't care. Sign me up. I'm
This is
so
it.
there.
This is the kicker. This is like what I've been plotting on the whole fucking time. Carl mentioned this as an idea, but what I thought was we could film that.
Oh, dude, we'll get SBS to fucking fund it.
No joke.
No, I know someone in the ABC. I think we could get this funded.
No joke.
I think we
it's
can
like
get this funded.
4 fucking, like, it would be me, fucking Car, Tom, and you, whoever. Like, we'll get a group of at least 5 or 6, drive up the fucking coast of a
We
country.
can make it like a food info thing where it's like food, but you also learn a little
It's
bit about
food
it.
and travel.
Food and travel. Fuck, man, people eat that shit up.
But-
I love that, especially when they're charismatic, young, good-looking blokes.
And I was thinking
Come
how
on.
easy it would be to do as well. It's like straight up, we go for a holiday, do all of the things we want to do on the holiday. We just strap go fucking go pros, yeah. We strap go pros to everything. That's it.
No, but that's the thing too. Like, it is so doable because people love that shit, man. I've been thinking about. It's not for the podcast, but I've got a business proposition, and I think you're gonna froth this. And I know this has got merits because I'm not the only one thinking about it, and there are people with money that are interested.
You gotta
so
shoot.
I'm
Stop fucking hyping me up. Let me
Yo,
in.
episode 2.
Let me in the door. Yeah. Fuck these guys. Let me in the door.
Fuck them. Episode 2. But yeah, no, I
Wait,
don't.
alright, hold up. Should we sign off?
Yeah, let's cut it here. I think an hour 45 is pretty fucking good. Yo, thanks for coming on the show, man. Thanks for being a part of the show.
Not a problem.
4 Eyes.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, 4 Eyes, man. Subscribe, like, share. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, fuck you especially. Thank you very much for listening.